Good day to all of you. You have been playing Monster Hunter Wilds and are really enjoying Sword and Shield, but you don't know which combos to use in which situations. Well, I will clear everything up for you. I'm going over the most important combos for Sword and Shield in this video, and at the end, talk about an interesting interaction Sword and Shield has with the Corrupted Mantle. If this video helped you, or you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe for future guides, such as a progression guide for Sword and Shield, or all the different defensive options we now have in Wilds to avoid damage. Additionally, I'm also posting speedruns, I'm doing challenge runs, such as an entire Iceborne, no armor playthrough including Fatalis, and I also stream on a regular basis. Let's start with the two main combos that you will use the most. The standard chop combo, as well as the lateral slash combo. Regular chops might seem pretty weak at first, but are a lot closer to all other options in damage than you might think. They are simple to perform and allow you to reposition yourself at all times, which is fantastic for sticking to slippery monsters. Against any monster that moves a ton where you would repeatedly miss otherwise, chops will allow you to keep up the aggression. They also synergize very well with any elemental builds you have, but also has the highest sharpness consumption of all combos we have. The chop combo can be finished with the Spinning Reaper into the charged chop, both very powerful finishes that you should always go for whenever you can safely fit them in. They do high damage for raw and elemental builds, but charged chop requires a bit of commitment as it's relatively slow in comparison. The second combo that we use a lot is the Lateral Slash. It's a lot more stationary than the chop combo, but in return has higher overall damage due to better scaling with your raw attack. Additionally, the lower attack frequency means lesser sharpness consumption. This is your bread and butter combo whenever a monster isn't moving as much or you are punishing an attack. Arkveld is a good example for the usage of both chop and lateral slash combos. As you try to stick to his wings, you can keep up the chop combo, and the moment he gets slammed to the ground, you would ideally want to swap to the lateral slash combo. Once again, we can finish the combo with Spinning Reaper and charged chop, which we have already discussed. If you are worried about not being able to change your direction, you can interrupt the combo with a Roundslash. Roundslash, Spinning Reaper and charged chop all possess the ability to let your character turn around in a 360-degree angle. Combine that with focus mode and you will easily land your hits. In general, chops have higher on average elemental damage and lateral slashes have higher raw attack damage. The debate between raw and elemental damage will not be answered in this video, as it is a case-by-case comparison, though do subscribe if you want to see that in the future, as I definitely want to go over the subject more in depth. But Doctor, where fits Perfect Rush in all of this? Worry not, dear viewer, even Perfect Rush has its uses. The former king of Iceborne's damage department fulfills a more niche role this time around. It favors raw heavily over element and is the slowest combo we have because most of its damage comes from the last part of Perfect Rush. What does this mean for you? You will only ever want to use Perfect Rush if you can fit all of it in, otherwise you will have agreed on the last part and more likely than not miss or you get hit. Perfect Rush has an additional advantage that it's the highest damage option for the least amount of sharpness, while also providing some KO damage. Though if you're focusing heavily on element, I would refrain from using it. You can finish the last step of Perfect Rush with a charged chop, but there's no realistic scenario where you would actively want to use that over dodging out of it or using the regular finisher. Backhop itself will be discussed in a later video. If you want to optimize your Sword and Shield gameplay, you will have to learn how to use Focus Mode. Focus Mode benefits every single combo I have talked about so far and lets you gain that extra amount of stickiness. For wounds in general, once you have progressed further into the game, you don't actively want to pop wounds on parts that you regularly hit until they are close to popping due to weakness exploit giving you a ton of extra crit on those parts. Exceptions would be popping a wound on, for example, legs for an easy topple, the head so you can chain it into the falling bash for high KO damage, though after 1 KO you should stop doing that, Otherwise, if you need quick damage or a quick interrupt, then just use it for the super fast downward thrust wound attack. To give you even more stickiness, we have now gained Sliding Slash. It traverses a very long distance and has been buffed in speed in the main game compared to the beta, so you can slide across the map like a madman now. I'm a huge fan of the move and it can be used solely for repositioning purposes in a lot of scenarios. It also has a few iframes shortly after performing it. Sliding Slash is an amazing tool that you should use alongside the chop combo to never lose aggression on the monster. Another amazing tool is Perfect Guarding that you want to pick up as it's easy to use and gives you a hefty DPS boost if you are rocking offensive guard free. It chains into Spinning Reaper or Sliding Slash and from there into any other combo. Against monsters such as Ray Dao, Arkveld or Uftuna, I love using it. Unfortunately, I have to say this, a combo you should avoid using is the Hardbasher Combo. That's because, compared to Monster Hunter Rise, it's been nerfed quite heavily. Not in the DPS department per se, even though the other combos are way higher in DPS than the Hardbasher is, it's also been significantly nerfed in the KO department. So even if you're trying to fish for your first KO, going for more than 1 or 2 Hardbasher combos will lead in a pretty significant damage loss compared to just using the regular moves. If you want to get a KO, try to do it via the wounds or via Perfect Rush. Avoid using the Hardbasher. As of right now, Rising Slash, the regular Falling Bash combo, and Guard Slash don't seem to have many great uses. Guard Slash allows you to quickly cancel out of most combos, but that's about it. If this changes in the future, I will post an updated video. In general, we're still early in the game, so look out for any updated information from my end. Earlier in this video I mentioned Corrupted Mantle. You unlock it during the progression through Monster Hunter Wilds, and the Mantle description is pretty unintuitive. It basically drains a tiny bit of your HP, but in return gives you higher damage as well as crit. It also comes with an interesting perk, where you sometimes get an extra attack with reduced damage. For Sword and Shield though, that extra hit procs on every single chop from the chop combo, as well as Rising Slash. That's it. No other move but the regular Sword and Shield slashes proc it, not even the Lateral Combo. I've done a lot of testing with Elemental and Raw beforehand to tell you, whenever you equip the Corrupted Mantle, the chop combo is your highest priority combo due to this interaction, no matter which build you are using. Once it falls off, you should prioritize the Lateral Slash combo again under most circumstances. With all this knowledge, you can go out now, hunt monsters and hopefully react like this after finishing a quest. Oh my... Ooh! Ooh, baby! And that's it. Thank you for making it until the end of the video. If you have any further questions, don't be shy to comment. I also post a lot more informational content over the next weeks, as well as streaming a lot, so if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Stay healthy, my friends, and bye bye!